All right, here is the Nova Color bundle with the colors I picked out. And I haven't even, of course, I've got all these colors, but this is the way it'll come, the bundle. And so let's unbox it and play with these a little bit. I've been hearing from people that it comes, you know, very nicely packed, shipped quickly. And there they all are. I love the jars because, well, I don't recommend doing this, but I do it. I dip my brush in them a lot, so I end up with paints that look like this. Again, I don't know. It's okay a little bit. It's probably not. It's not good practice. I admit it. All right, I'm going to unwrap all these and come back to you because I don't think you want to sit here for me to unwrap all these. Okay, here they all are. I've got them here by kind of the blues, the reds, and the yellows. You can make, as you know, pretty much any color with some variation of these three categories. So we have, and this is my dark, Payne's Gray, which is a cool, kind of a, it can be kind of navy-ish depending on who makes it, and I'll show you all of these colors. Ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, this is a warm blue that you can make turquoise with, phthalo blue deep, and then blue green and yellow green, and then a cadmium red light, fluorescent pink, the quinacridone red, naphthol crimson, fluorescent magenta, white, titanium white, cadmium yellow medium, Hansel yellow light, so warm yellow, cool yellow, and then Indian yellow, which is, I would say, the most unique colors here so far are the Indian yellow, the fluorescent magenta, and this blue-green. But let's play with some of them. I'll show you just a couple paintings that are in process that I've been using these colors. Let's see here. This is a landscape that I'm just got a couple layers in on. Same with this floral, a couple of layers in. Let's see what else I have here. This one's probably done, but you can see, and you can get, you know, more subdued colors too. So let's just get some paper and play with some of these. I'm going to show you each of the colors. So Nova Color paint, if you don't know, is made, it's not available in stores. It's an artist quality paint for a student paint price. That's how I would describe it. And they ship it from California, so I do think it's tough to get for international, but the shipping, what it'll do is the shipping makes it the same price as other artist quality paints probably, you know, unless you find a artist quality paint on sale. So I don't know, just depends on where you are in the world, but let's see. I want to make some big blobs of color. I want to show you each color, but then I just want to kind of make a color, you know, some fun here with the colors. Let's start with, let's do our blues. Okay. And well, I'm going to get the white out too because I want to mix some with white just to show you the change. It's my first time opening this brand new set. All right. First I want to show you this Payne's Gray, because everybody's Payne's Gray is a little different. I like this one because it's got this beautiful sort of navy quality to it. Now, usually when I get a Payne's Gray I have to add a little bit more blue to get that. Can you see that? Oh, so pretty. And then if you lighten it, you get this lovely, reminds me of a really foggy morning. So pretty. All right. who knows what will end up. I did put gesso on this paper. This is watercolor paper, and if I'm going to use acrylic paint, I always put gesso. Gesso is a primer. So now I've kind of mixed the Payne's gray in there, but you can see how bright that ultramarine blue is. It's a typical ultramarine blue, beautiful with white. It's a cool blue. And then we'll jump into the warm blue, which is cerulean. Let me rinse my brush a little bit. But it says on the jar that you can put these paints on canvas, paper, fabric, wood, plaster, masonry, paper mache, or most non-stick, non-oily surfaces. Kind of fun. So this is cerulean, which you can see is a warmer blue. Isn't that gorgeous? So while I have it out, I'm going to show you. There's a couple ways to make turquoise with these colors. Of course, you've got the blue-green, but if you wanted to play with your own, you would get the Hansa yellow and add a bit of it, and then you get a beautiful turquoise. You can add white to it. And you can just control how blue or, you know, whether you want your turquoise going more in the blue direction or more the yellow direction. Taking it blue. Looks like an ocean here, doesn't it? I want to make sure you can see that. Okay, good. So that's cerulean. These are so clean. I'm going to be good with these and not dip my brush in them. I'm going to do what I should and get a little palette life. Put some on my palette. I have my palette right here. Suzanne, you have no excuse. I just get in the moment, but then, you know, I'm not going to do that with these. Okay? You heard me. Getting these is like, do you remember when we were kids and we got a new box of crayons? Oh, that's what this is like. This is the adult version. It costs a little more. All right, here's the blue-green. So you can see, you can get a very similar color to what we made there. So I really thought about, did I need to add this one to the bundle? But it's just, I used turquoise so much, it was so nice to just have it all ready to go. And you can take it, still take it in a warmer or cooler direction by adding more yellow or blue. All right, let's do the Phthalo Blue Deep. This has got a purpley quality. It's a lot like cerulean, but it's a little warmer. I don't know if you can tell that. A little goes a long, long way. So it's good for darkening as well. All right, let's go into this yellow-green. Again, you can make yellow-green, you know, with your, I would probably use the Hansa yellow. I usually use Hansa yellow and then the ultramarine blue, but it's so nice when it's there. And then what you can do is, I like to warm it up a little bit. I am gonna touch the tops, but you can get a really nice lime green by adding a little bit of the cadmium yellow. Pretty. So then we'll go into cad yellow. Such a nice rich yellow, and most of these are very opaque. They say it on them. Let's see here, right here, opaque. The only ones, let's see, there are some that are more transparent. Fluorescents tend to be more transparent, but that's good because they're already so strong you don't want too much. I would say over half are opaque, including this yellow. And let's show you the Indian yellow. This looks like orange, but when you apply it, it's really just a really warm yellow. And it's transparent, so it actually makes a nice just going to add a little bit of white to it. It makes a really nice underpainting color. I've been experimenting. Let's see if I have a painting that I underpainted in this. I have, okay, so I've been using, no, I underpainted this with the fluorescent pink and some white and some naphthol crimson. But I try all different things. Like here's an underpainting in the fluorescent magenta with white. That's pretty too. But I've done, I guess it's all painted over. That's pretty. Just that with a little bit of white. So that's the Indian yellow. I think of it as a sunflower color. And let me rinse my brush and we'll head into the reds. Oh no, I've got to do the Hansa yellow light. Yeah. So with yellow, you know, we've got different degrees of warmth. The Indian yellow, really warm, cad yellow, medium, and then this is a cooler yellow, which is the best way to get kind of like highlights, and especially if you want to make a lime green or just those really pops, you can keep adding cad medium yellow and you just won't get there. And so you add a touch of this and it just brightens everything up. Let me add a little white to that. See how much cooler that is than this? I know it's strange to think of a yellow as cool, but all colors have cool and warm ranges. Okay, let's go to the reds now. Got another piece of paper here. And let's start maybe dark to light, or I could do cool to warm. All right, quinacridone red. These colors, well, of course, they're where you get you use your reds to subdue your greens. You'll notice I don't have a green other than the yellow, other than this, because I make greens. There's so many greens to make with these ranges, and whenever you have a green that's too bright, you just knock it back with any of the reds. And for those of you who've taken my color mixing class, I go into detail on that. All right, so here's quinacridone red. With white, you get all these lovely shades of pink. But look how intense that is. So pretty. And then the magenta, oh, I can't get enough of this. So we have, that's what it is straight out. Then we do a little bit of white. It's intense, so you don't need much. But see how much cooler that is? More in a purple direction. And then let's do the naphthol crimson, which it's funny, it just looks like a red, and then you add white and it becomes much more exciting. It's so you can get easily like a coral red by doing the naphthol crimson with some cad yellow, and you can get a really nice coral. Let's see. Let's do the cad red light just so you can see the difference. Look, you can see the difference right out of the... Wait, cad red, okay. Yeah. Where's my cad red medium? Oh no, I don't have cad red medium. Compared to naphthol crimson's what I meant. It's warmer. I didn't think we needed a medium because we've got so many reds. And I didn't want this bundle to grow to like 20 bottles. Not necessary. So, see, it's warmer than this. So in this would be the coolest here, the next coolest, then this, and now we're going to go to fluorescent pink, which I don't use, what I use fluorescent for is to give life to other colors. So it's not that I'm going, even if I use it as a underpainting, I add something else, because otherwise it'll make your eyes hurt. But I'll show you how it can really brighten up a red. All right, so there it is. And the weirdest thing, I've noticed this in different brands. Oof, fluorescence smell. Let me see if this one smells. No, it's usually the pink. I don't know what's in it, but they're kind of stinky. Okay. So you can get a really nice pink, but you can see it's very like candy cane pink. So what I'll do though is, let's say I have, you know, this is the Naphthol Crimson, and I just want to brighten it up and get it to that more coral place. See how nice that gets? That's what I use fluorescent for. And I can make it as fluorescent-y as I want by adding more. So if I'm doing a flower or something and I want, you know, light to be hitting, you know, one side of it, I'll grab some of that fluorescent and just do, you know, something like that. It makes the whole painting pop. So yeah, I think we just did all of the colors. Well, that's fun. Now I want to paint. So this is, I guess, the range, but it doesn't show any of the mixing. Let's do some mixing. I have some empty paper. Let's see some of my favorite. Let's do some greens. So if we take, I already showed you how cerulean can make it like a turquoise. Let's play with the ultramarine. And that means I'm going to be good and put some on my palette instead of dipping in. I can use the top though. And then I'll get some cad yellow. And let's do some Hansa yellow. Let's just see, when you take out all these three yellows, what kind of greens we can get. I'll flip this around. All right. So I've got some ultramarine blue here. And I'm going to grab, let's do the cad yellow. So I've got too much water on my brush. That's with some white. I mean, greens are just, oh, it's endless, endless, endless. Just by adding, you know, a little bit more yellow and a little bit more yellow. And then, if you want to tone it down, like let's say that was too bright for whatever you wanted to do or what you wanted, you take just a tad of red. I'm dipping my brush ever so slightly because I already dipped it in too much and it took it too far down. But you can subdue any yellowy green with its complement, which is red. And then you can go, you know, further, adding white. Got too much paint in my brush. This is what's so fun about color, because you can just keep going, and just by seeing how many greens you can get from just a couple of colors. So this is all just, I'm still with the ultramarine blue and the Hansa yellow. I haven't even gone to, the cad yellow. I haven't even gone to the Hansa yellow. I could keep going, right? So now let's try the same blue, the ultramarine, with the Hansa yellow, the light one. You have to use just the tiniest bit of yellow because it'll overpower, tiniest bit of blue, or it'll overpower. So you're going to see it's a cooler green that we get with those two. And I can take it lighter, so it's more of a limey. I can add white. And the hand says transparent, so you can see that. See how much more transparent this is than the cadmium yellow? Let's take it darker. Let's add more blue. All along you'll get a cooler range. Now I can warm it up again with a little bit of red, and I could use any of these reds. That's pretty. You could just make pages of greens. All right, let me show you this, the greens we can make. Just switching, again, we'll stay with the same blue, the ultramarine, and we'll go to the Indian yellow. Sometimes when I'm just not feeling creative, or my inner critic is too loud, look at that. That's the Indian yellow with the ultramarine. Let's add some white. It's a nice dark, interesting olivey green. I'll just do color mixing like this. It's just, there's no pressure, there's nothing to perform. It's just a nice mental break. Let's add some more Hansa, and you can just see how much fun this is. Yeah. And that was just with the ultramarine blue. We could do the whole thing over again with the phthalo blue, with the blue green, with, oh, let's do some, okay, Payne's gray, because I just love seeing what colors. Let's say we wanted a green. Let's just try some of the cad yellow with a tiny bit of the Payne's gray. And that's pretty. You know, it's dark, but also vibrant. Yeah, that Payne's gray is magical. So here's a little bit more of it so it gets cooler. Beautiful. Let's see, we have a little bit more room. Why don't we, let's get out the cerulean so we can see how the warmer greens will go. Oh, this is my older one. It's already mucked up, which is fine. I also like these paints. They'll dry out, of course, like all acrylics, but they don't seem to dry out super fast on the palette, which is nice. Okay, well, here's cerulean. So let's do cerulean and grab a little cad yellow. Wow, yeah, I remember this. You will get a bright, I think, kind of artificial green. You know, you don't see that in nature. So, but all you have to do is tone it down with a little bit of red and get it a little bit more. It's that cooler shade of green. It's going to go more in the turquoise direction when you use the cerulean. And I just encourage you, well, if you get this bundle or any paints you have, to just spend the time doing this, because you learn no matter what. But if you're sitting there really trying to get a certain shade of green or blue, and I've done this, and you sit there and going, okay, why is it going in that direction? I don't want that direction. Let's try some of this Payne's gray with the cerulean. Oh, that's pretty. I've still got some green in my brush, but you get the idea. All right, well, the possibilities are endless, clearly. And we're up in Michigan this month, but maybe when we get back at some point, I'll do a painting on YouTube with these, or at least part of one. And then you'll get to see them more in action. But these are all dry. Let's look at this one. All dry. And it's just beautiful. All right, have fun exploring color with whatever paints you have. Oh, and if you want this bundle, all you have to do is go to novacolor.com and then look under artist bundles, and you'll see the Suzanne Allard bundle, but I'll also put the link in the description below. And I think the link is on my website under the supplies tab under acrylic paint. All right, enjoy. Bye-bye.